It looks like this.
My heart looks like this. My heart is this big.
My mouth is in there.
Oh, it's moving.
There.
Hey, Mrs. Solaris.
Hey, you guys, how are you?
Good. This is our Byram School 5th grade class.
Hey, guys.
Say hi to Mrs. Solaris.
Good to see you all.
How's it going?
Good, how are you, Mr. Morris?
We're good.
Good.
We're excited to learn a little bit about Genius Hour.
Oh, good. We're excited to talk about it. We love talking about Genius Hour.
Oh, awesome. So we have some students with a few questions. If you want to let us ask, if you have any students that want to share any of their,
Yep,
any of your project information, that would be great to hear too.
awesome. They're all prepared, they're ready, they're just doing multiple things so that we're multitasking, but I'll pass on the questions to them and have them step up to the computer as you have questions.
That sounds great.
Go ahead and talk loud, and then I'll pass on the question to the kiddos.
Can you make a website for your project?
All right, let me ask them, and they'll step up to the computer. Hey, you guys, give me 5. If any of you can talk about making a website for Passion Time, they'd like to know, can you do that, and how do you do that? Step up and talk about how you've made websites for your Passion Time projects, please. Don't be shy.
Okay, hi, I'm JJ, and so when we make our websites for Passion Time, we use Weebly, and we make a website, we put our whole project on it, and we could kind of do whatever we want on the whole website. We just mostly have to cover all the stuff that we researched.
Guys, I want a couple people in line in case they want more, okay?
Yeah.
So go on. How did you do it?
Well, first on Weebly, you have to, there's little things on the side, like a text or an image, and you drag those in, and then you put your text or image in, and then you continue to make it, and you can be really creative and kind of make whatever you want. And there's different themes and all that, so it's pretty cool.
Nice.
And Weebly is great because it's so easy to do the stuff, but then you can kind of do anything you want. So for my website, what I did is I was trying to help end hunger, so I had to link to a lot of websites, and it made it so easy to just have lots of all sorts of stuff, like links and other stuff it's so easy to put on there because all you have to do is drag it in, and it makes having a website really easy.
Cool. Does that answer your question all right?
Yes.
Awesome. What other questions do we have? I think it's combined, a couple of places. Good morning.
Hello. I'm Victoria. Do you like Genius Hour?
All right, who wants to talk about Genius Hour, which is Passion Time for us?
I do because I like doing it because we get to do whatever interests us, or what we want to do with a friend, or what we want to learn more about. And because I like to do it because we get to make videos about it. Like if somebody did basketball, they can do different basketball moves and do videos about it. And it's really fun making videos, so that it's fun doing that. So yeah.
So what Passion Time is really good because you get to learn about what you like. If you want to learn about something, I want to learn about printers and how they work, then you can do that. If you want to teach people something, yeah, you can do that. And it doesn't exactly have to be completely educational. It can be just plain fun, but you have to get something out of it, of course. But you do learn more than just like your topic. If your topic is basketball, you learn more about basketball. You learn how to make videos. You learn how to make websites, and in Passion Time, you just get to learn so many things. But you're still having a lot of fun and doing something that you're passionate about.
Genius Hour Passion Time is really fun because it doesn't just have to be research, it can also be just doing something. Like if you want to perform a cheerleading thing, you can do that. Or me and my friend, we're performing a play right now and it's super fun. So it doesn't just have to be research.
I did.
Any follow-up from that before you good? All right. So,
Yeah, if you're ever confused, we just call it Passion Time, but it's our Genius Hour. Everybody has a different name for it around the world, so in case anybody's wondering.
Hi.
Good morning.
I'm Ria, and my question is, what website would you use to find the most and best information on a project?
All right. Kiddos, do you have any website suggestions for where you can go for different projects? I know you can think of a few for human body right at the moment just because we're in there. So go ahead, give it a try. It probably depends which one's what your project is.
So some good websites that we have, it's like websites that has the word kid at the end of it because it's for kids and it's easier to understand for us.
So tell them how we Google, like we'll say circulatory system for kids or whatever. Tell them how we Google.
So we're doing human body right now. So when we're trying to find names and stuff, we would type in what we're researching about, and then we would type kids at the end of that. So we'll find a kid-friendly resource.
Hey kiddos, give me 5 real quick. Just remember, don't start the intro paragraph until you've written your body paragraphs, okay?
So another website that's really good if you want, like, for our human body research paper, one website that we usually use is Kids Health because it has like tons and tons of stuff about like all of your systems, like your circulatory system, respiratory system, and all of that. And it has all of that, but then it also has other stuff too. Like if you want, like it has some stuff about like certain diseases and stuff, and it's really good if you want to know about like the human body.
And a lot of the kids have been, they seem to like to watch a video on some of their topics. It really depends on their topic, but once in a while they'll go to YouTube and check out a video. I let them do that, but with supervision or whatever. So you could ask your teachers if there's certain videos that might help support a topic for Passion Time. It just depends on your topic, though, what sites to go to.
Okay.
Good morning.
Hello, my question is, how long did it take you to come up with your question?
All right. Kiddos, can you talk about how you came up with your question and the process and how long it takes?
The process, I mean, once you get all your reflection and stuff done for the previous round, it only takes you 10-15 minutes to come up with a good question. Like, usually I have 3, and then one of them's okay. 2 of them are a little odd and out of the way. But, yeah, that's what I think.
So, normally the first question is pretty hard to come up with because it's like, it's your first question. I think it's the easy part is coming out with a question, and then I think your teacher can help you come up with a question for it. Or you might have like a specific thing that you want with your question. So you might like specifically want like how to do this thing. And then your teacher can help you modify it if it's not fat enough.
And that description was from Mr. Fritsky. We call it FAT questions, P-H-A-T, from Mr. Fritsky. He taught us that stands for pretty hard and tough. What do you think about that one for P-H-A-T questions? Mr. Fritsky came up with that idea. We like it. We use it all the time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm Jack, and what are the different types of projects you can do for Genius Hour?
All right. Kiddos, you want to talk about some of the different projects that we've done? What kinds of projects can you do, and maybe talk generically and specifically?
Right now I'm just starting a new topic with my friend, and we're gonna do unique sports, and we're gonna do a bunch of videos about it. And one that I just recently did was also with a friend, but I did fast food, and we found a bunch of websites about fast food and like what it can do to your body, and it was really fun to see like different things that can happen to your body. And we also emailed a doctor, and we asked him a few questions, and he answered us back, and which was a really cool experience. And it's really fun coming up with topics because we can do what we're really interested in.
So she kind of did more specific, but like generic kind of. You can do like either like kind of a research project where you research like a certain topic, or you can do something more like creative. Like I did a play with my friend. She was talking earlier, and then so yeah, I'm doing the sports topic, the unique sports, and we're gonna make like how-to videos on how to do them all. So I think it's really cool if you want to do a research project, that's great. But I think it's really cool if you do something like different, like some sort of performance or play or video.
So Addie over who just talked, she was being generic, but I'm gonna be even more generic. You can literally do anything that you're gonna get something out of. You're gonna learn something. You can literally do anything. I just did a project where I got a famous painting, and then I recreated it. I made it again with oil pastel, which was hard, and I didn't really learn much about like drawing. I learned more about not giving up because I had to start over my project like 2 times. So I learned that, but in Passion Time you can do anything, literally anything that you're gonna learn something about. And it can't be something like I learned how to make a house in Minecraft. It has to be something a bit more like something that's gonna help you in your life. But yeah, you can just do anything in Passion Time.
So sometimes you also do research questions, but other times I've seen people that do more of where you're showing someone how to do something. Like Addie just said that she's showing how to do like sports and how you make them and what happened with them. So you can also show like what was the history behind it. So this round we are trying to make like a car out of wire and scrap and stuff.
And that proves that we can do really anything that's possible for a Passion Time project. Like we're just taking a few motors and we're gonna make our own car out of that, like a small one.
Little. And you can explain like your previous aerodynamic one.
That's okay, you don't have to. Okay. I think that's all the kids that were in line. Did that answer your question okay?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Good morning.
Morning. I had a question for JJ, who did the inkjet printers.
Uh-huh. JJ?
Yeah.
My question was, how do the printers recognize the picture that you're printing from the electronic that you're printing from?
Okay, so there's an energy like wave that comes through the computer to the printer. So when the printer recognizes the computer that it's getting printed off of, it will scan the computer, and then it will start creating the image with all the little ink shooters. Does that answer your question? Okay.
That was good. I like the specific. It's almost like a test question for JJ. That was cool.
I have a question for Russell.
Okay. Russell, you want to come up, bud?
Hi.
Is the first shape of the computer the same as today?
No, the shape of the computers now are much thinner and smaller. Like the old computers used to be tons. They used to weigh a lot, and they were like super thick, not like any of the computers today. And most of them, they had like really small screens and not very thick and not made out of like aluminum like most computers today. They were made more of like a brownish plastic. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Hi.
Good morning.
I'm Gabby.
Hi, Gabby.
What's your favorite thing about Genius Hour?
All right, who wants to say their favorite thing about Genius Hour?
Hi, my favorite thing about Genius Hour is that we get to research whatever we want. Like first I researched coding, and then I researched animation, then I did sports cars and supercars, then I did Rubik's Cubes, because those things are the things that I really like. So I get to like just pick a topic and then I get to research whatever I want. It's not like most things where I'm researching specific things about science or social studies. I get to just go up and choose whatever I want. And as long as it gets approved at 10 periods to like work and do whatever I want. As long as it's productive.
So my favorite thing about Passion Time or Genius Hour is that you don't have to research basically the same thing every time, like kind of like cars every time. You can research like pollution, and then you can research basketball, and then you can research like flowers or something, so you don't have to keep researching the same thing over and over again basically. So yeah.
My favorite thing about Passion Time and Genius Hour is probably the end product, because you just get to look at everything that you did, all your hard work, and it's just fun to look over all the things that you did. My favorite thing about Genius Hour or Passion Time is that I get to choose whatever I want to do, and I can choose how I want to do it and how I want to present it.
From the teacher perspective, though, I do want to tell you, like, they do come to me with different ideas, and sometimes I don't approve certain topics. It's not usually because of what they've chosen. It's usually because I don't see it working for 10 class periods. It's either too short or it's going to take forever and they're not going to be able to finish it. So once in a while, they don't get a topic approved. So if your topic doesn't get approved, I don't want you to feel disappointed or upset at your teacher. They also feel that. They're just so in the groove because we've been doing it. We're starting our 4th round. So they're so used to what it is that I'm looking for in a project that they don't get many turned down anymore. They're usually getting them all accepted, and I just tweak it so that it works better. But just so you know, they do get to do pretty much any topic because I can help them focus in on certain skills that they need to work on while we're doing Passion Time in class. Sound good? Sure. Hey kiddos, give me 5. Just make sure that your conversations are on topic because it's just a little loud for me to hear. Thank you. Hello.
Hi, I'm Giovanna. How do you present your project?
All right, good question. Kiddos, they want to know how we present our projects. We've only presented once. Do you remember how we did it? All right, so tell them how that process went.
My name's Charlotte, and the way that we present it is that, so we've only presented one, and the way that we do it is after like 2, I think, rounds, then we share it, and we get partnered up with sticks, and we have to read that person's thing and watch their videos and look at their website, and then they have to write a comment about like what they think is good about it and what they might think is bad, and yeah.
We do this individually and we do this with headphones. Explain what I mean by that.
Oh, yeah, so we do it individually with headphones because we have to do it individually so that that person, if nobody wants to read their topic, then they'll still get one comment because they're already picked with the sticks.
And then what do you do when you finish the one that you're assigned? Do you remember? I'll tell them if you don't know. Okay. I lost all my kids because they felt everything was said. But after they check their one kid out that they've been assigned, they can go on to all the other projects and watch as many as they want. But they have to give a compliment or a suggestion or both in the comments field of the blog. And the reason why we do it that way is because not everybody cares about designing a car. Not everyone cares about recreating a painting. You know, everyone's interests are different, so we don't do a whole share out for the whole class. That doesn't mean you shouldn't. It's just that we feel like what we can do is we can take one of our passion periods and have kids share with headphones, watch the video, and then even if they want to, they can go talk to the child in the room and see what it was, you know, ask any questions or do any comments. But that's how we try to make sure everybody gets some comments, and then everybody gets to see the ones that they're interested in as well. Sound good? All right.
My name's Lola.
Hi, Lola.
And what are good resources you use to research your topic?
So I'm gonna just answer that one, because the thing is it's hard. Everybody's topics are so different that we have a tendency to just Google a lot of our questions and our comments, and I've taught them a lot of tricks on Google for finding reliable websites, how to decide if a website's going to have good information. But every topic is so different that I don't really give them any resources to start with. We pretty much just Google them. We have a very large library in our classroom, so sometimes the kids might use the books in our library. I don't know if my cord's going to reach because I got those speakers plugged in, but they can use some of the books in the library that we have. But typically, you know, the best information is going to be found online. So that's really what my kids use mostly, is just a Google search. Sorry that we can't be more specific than that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, my name is Hannah, and
Hi, Hannah.
I was wondering if you've ever run into a problem where you couldn't find an answer to your essential question and what you did.
Good question. Have you ever run into a problem where you couldn't find the answer to your essential question? And what did you do about that?
Okay, so running into like trying to like if you can't find the answer to your essential question, first of all, that's very rare in a way, because the web is so big you can probably find any information you want. But what I usually do when like I don't find that, I try to find, first of all, I try to find other ways to find that answer. Like sometimes I need to just like have a fact, because one of my Passion Time projects was I had to write a story, and I needed a fact for that story, but I couldn't find it anywhere. And the first thing I did was look at different sources. I looked at books first, and then I looked at pictures. I looked at many things to try to find the answer, and I did find the answer doing that. But if I didn't find the answer, I would have actually tried to find a way that I didn't have to use that question. If it's a fact, I have to try to find a fact. I have to try to find a way to make that fact, to make that thing that I'm trying to look up or find. I want to try to make it that I don't need it, that I don't look it up, you know. So that's what I do.
So we're performing a play together.
Yeah, and so this isn't necessarily not being able to find information, but so our play, it's taken us a little longer than expected to film it. So
We're taking on, we basically took on a very long play. We're taking on a Shakespeare play, It's a Hyde's Dream, and we're almost finished.
yeah,
Like, we have one more
scene left. So.
The
But
deadline was yesterday.
Yes, but the deadline was yesterday, but we got our deadline extended because I had to do something for science fair.
yeah.
So,
But basically, you just have to work really hard at it, maybe come in for recess and try to finish it.
coming into our recesses, like, this is a really big project that we took on.
Yeah.
And I think it was a little bit too big, so I think we definitely learned something for this, but I think if we just told ourselves, okay, we're not going to finish this, we can't, then we wouldn't have been able to finish. And since the deadline is Thursday, and we only have one more scene, I think we might actually be able to finish it.
Yeah.
So you learn a lot about time management, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Last one, Rachel?
So if you can't find anything on your essential question, you could change your essential question a little bit. So maybe it will be a little easier to find the information, but it's still basically the same question. And make sure you get that approved by your teacher.
or if you can keep looking for a period or two, because you most likely will find some information if you keep trying. I had a problem with mine, with one of my projects, because there wasn't a lot of information on it, but I looked and looked, and then I found something good, and I completed my project.
Does that answer your question okay?
Yes, thank
Oh, good.
you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Mr. Soler, it's me again.
Hey, Mr. Morris.
So we just want to really say thank you for helping us out. We were wondering if you guys had any more super top secret advice before we close it out.
Super top secret advice, anybody? They're saying it's too secret. They can't tell you. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Let's see.
Okay, so when you do a Passion Time project, really think, do I want to do this for 10 periods, which is more like give or take 10 hours, at least 7 hours. Do you want to do this for 7 hours? Because if you like say, oh, this would be cool, and then you do a Passion Time project, you end up not liking it. You're gonna be stuck with having to do something that you don't want to do in for a long time. But so just take advantage of it and do something that you really like and have fun with it, because Passion Time is is probably the most fun time of the school of the school period, because you kind of get to do what you want. So don't do something that you're gonna be interested for the first 2 periods, but then after 8 periods you're gonna be like sick of it, you know. So that's all I have to say.
Okay. Well, if you're making a bad question and you've tried once or twice and you can't get it approved, maybe you're just not feeling it and you really can't understand how to make it. Try to add into your question that you're going to teach others. Like, I want to learn about blank and teach others about this problem because it's a problem, and then a couple more things, and it's better than just saying, I want to learn about flamingos, why they're pink. That's it.
So when I haven't done this, but when you are searching your Passion Time project, so you should sort of have like this graph to tell you what you should have done each day, and if not, like work on it at home. So like a checklist.
Yeah, that last one's just to make sure that you get everything accomplished and on time. That's a good suggestion. We have probably 10 things that kids have to do at the beginning and at the end of a project, and so they know they can't go on to the next project until those 10 things are done, so having a checklist is a really good idea.
Makes sense, right? Yeah. All right. Well, Mr. Solers, we just wanted to say thank you so much for having us in today. Can you guys say thank you to Mr. Solers?
You're welcome. Thanks for hanging with us too.
Your students had some amazing insight. We're really gonna use it. We're gonna listen to it. Hey, you guys want to say thank you to the class? All right.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, guys. Talk
Thanks.
soon.
Yes. Bye-bye.
So kiddos, you did a nice job talking, but it was some of the same kids, so you want to try to take risks. There's a few of you who never came up. You know, always the risk taking is a big deal. I would love for you to feel comfortable coming up and talking, right?
Yeah.
Do you understand that? Yeah. Oh, look, and now you're quiet. Some of you are like really loud throughout the whole thing, and I ask a question, and I only hear from the people who came up and talked. All right. So kiddos, tomorrow we have another chance. Tomorrow we have another chance. For those who didn't come up today, I'd love it if you make a personal goal to say, you know what, I'm going to try to go up tomorrow and say one thing. I'm never going to see these children ever in my life, right? Yeah. And so I'd like to just say one thing appropriate for the question, and then I'm going to sit down and I will be proud of myself for taking that risk. Don't you think that's a good risk to take? Yeah. There are like no consequences. I mean, you do something that you're embarrassed of and nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to care because we don't know them, they don't really know us. Eddie?
I just set a personal goal for myself to like stay glued to my seat because I came up like 6 times.
And that's fine, but we would, if nobody was here, we would want you to take that goal off, right? Because we need people to come up. So I don't want people not to come up. I want more people to feel comfortable coming up. Eddie?
And maybe the people that came up a lot today maybe don't go up as much. Like maybe let other people have a chance to do it.
Or encourage others first before coming up. Because if you don't come up and they don't come up, then we're in trouble, aren't we?
Yeah.
So maybe encourage others to come up. Maybe you can even think, like, your project would be a perfect one to talk about right now. Talk about blank. And you can encourage somebody who's nearby. Shreya?
And also we need to listen to what other people are saying, so we don't repeat what they're saying.
That's true, if you can hear other people what they're saying, but if you start repeating, I'll just let you know. Shreya said that already, and we'll move on. It's not a big deal. I don't think there's too much, but you're right. If you spend all your time listening, though, you won't get any human body stuff done, and I want you to be able to do that. But I get your suggestion. It's not bad. Boys and girls, are we going to do well tomorrow when we have the next group?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, so that was half of the 5th graders at that school. The other half of the 5th graders are coming tomorrow at 9:15. Sound good?
Yeah.
Awesome.